my name is Louise and I've got a real passion for osteoporosis and osteopenia. So my mother has been diagnosed with osteoporosis and it kind of runs in the family. She's in her 80s now. But my sister, who's only 5 years older than me, has now been diagnosed with osteopenia. Bone is not just a static part of your body. Bone is, it's kind of plastic. It remodels itself all the time. We're always building new bone and getting rid of old bone. So it's constantly alive and building and rebuilding. So Wolff's Law, who was a scientist who studied bone, discovered that if you put bone under a certain amount of tension, it will start to increase in density. And if you take that tension away, then if you're not putting bone under a certain amount of stress, then it becomes weaker. So the holes become more, but the holes become smaller, or there will be more structures building up in the bone if you put the bone under a certain amount of stress. Next, we're going to go into some of the standing leg spring work. So Victoria, I'll have you up here for that one next. So it's important with this because we're actually going to stand on the Cadillac. So I'll pull out the box for my client to step onto. So what we're going to do, Victoria, stand on the box first, and then you're going to come up onto the Cadillac. No, don't bump your head as you're coming up. That's it. And I'm going to put you on the moon box. So we're going to stand on the moon box with this foot facing this way. Make sure you're holding on. Yes. So always make sure that they're holding on. I'm going to grab the strap. I'm going to go behind your thigh. So you can let me know if that weight is okay for you today. Bend your knee. Bend. That's it. Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to do clams standing. So you're going to rotate. That's it. Now keep a look. What I love about the standing work, it's really functional. Make sure those hips are level. Does that look about right from where you guys are? Yep. Now keep that sense of length. So we'll get my stick. It's always important to have a stick in class. So keep lengthening. That's it. Grow tall. Nice. So you've got that nice pull. So you can also do this as a standing mat work exercise. Tie a TheraBand around your legs and do a little bit of rotation that way, standing. How are you going, Victoria? Are you okay? All right. Now we're just going to carefully come down. So step down. And then I'm actually going to keep working on the same leg. Quite often I'll alternate the legs, but I'm just going to keep going this way. Yep, I'm going to face this way. That's it. Good. So bend this knee and then press back. That's it. Nice. So remember, we only have about 15 degrees of hip extension, so it doesn't have to be a big movement back, because otherwise it's just going to shear into the back. So you want to keep the hips with headlights on them on the same line. Now, Victoria, really grow into the space above you. So think of cueing axial elongation throughout your session. So imagine being pulled up by a golden thread. Imagine pixie ears pulling you up even longer. Create more space between each bone in the spine. What other lengthening cues can we use?
Glue your head to the ceiling.
Glue your head to the ceiling. Oh, I love it. That really. Yeah, imagine your head is a helium balloon lifting you up, or have a helium balloon attached to your head. Yeah, that's another great one. So the more axial elongation cues we use, the deep muscles in the spine will be working to really lengthen. So they're going to pull on the spine and create more density that way as those lengthening muscles help to improve. Let's give that leg a bit of a break. And let's stand with your other foot here. So you want to take, I'm just going to show a few, but you'll be able to take any direction that you want to take the leg in the spring onto, you should, because we want the muscles to be pulled in all directions. So we're just going to do plain hip extension here. So pressing back, that's it. And is that about the right tension?
I think so.
Yeah.
No,
you look good.
Okay.
So you want to feel the muscles working. So we don't want to give like a weak class to your older clients because they seem to be so fragile. You want them to get stronger. So these ones can be quite strong. But because we're working against gravity through the spine, and we've got another pull happening, it's going to help to improve that bone density. So you don't build bone density by lying flat. You build bone density by working against gravity and lengthening as much as you can through the spine. And this, you can look at the posture and improve the posture as well. Okay, let's step down, and I'm just going to change this. Actually, step back up. So we want to do the diagonals as well. So you're going to be reaching back towards me this way on a diagonal, and that's going to really target that gluteus medius. That's it. I find this one really burns. So you can do these standing as well. If anyone wants to try doing some of these over here with the leg strap, you can. But you'll just hold on to those sticks if you're going to try it over here with that over your foot pressing out. Or even if you're in a standing class, a TheraBand tied around the legs, holding onto the back of the chair, pressing out. Okay. Now we're going to carefully step off, and we'll face the side. So stepping back on with that, turn to face me actually.
Like this way?
Yep, keep going.
Oh, I see.
That's it, and we'll do hip abduction next. So bring the legs slightly forward and then press out to the side. That's it, try and keep the hips level.
Do you mind sneaking in a fraction lower on my leg?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, you can probably even slide this down a little bit so it's not quite so high, and just move the box further away. But this is a great functional exercise that really helps to build that bone density. It does challenge balance, but you would never in this position to ask your client to take their hands away. So we're not going to challenge their balance by making them go without their hands. We keep their hands on. That looks amazing. It looks great, Victoria. Okay. Let's let that go. So carefully coming down.